Well, here we are. It's another week. I think this is episode 8?
I want to say eight.
8
Yeah.
of the Friend Simulator podcast. And I'm Borley Borelstein.
And I'm stupid.
Oh my god.
You remember
Stupid
that
Fontleroy. That's him.
one? Mm-hmm. Mr. Stupid himself has entered the
Mr.
room. Has
Mr.
entered the channel.
Mr. Stupid Worldwide. Do you remember that was it a contest for is Pitbull? Is that the guy's name?
This Pipple's Mr.
Mr.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
Ale. Yeah.
And then there was like a competition to like get him to perform at your Walmart, and of
Oh
course,
yeah. Was it like
yeah,
Alaska or something?
yep.
Ended up winning. Yeah.
4chan got a hold of it, and they sent him to Alaska. And you know what? He
And he did it.
performed. He performed.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
like
He
5
is
people
Mr.
there.
That's awesome. Like, and then meanwhile, they had that contest for like naming a boat or whatever, and then Bodie McBoatface ended up winning. But
Yeah,
then they're like, we're not gonna do that.
we're
Like,
not. This is
call
a.
it
Don't make
Bodie
fun of our
McBoatface.
contest.
Like, who gives a shit?
Don't make fun of our contest.
The people
Okay?
have spoken. Is this? Are we a democracy? I thought I
No,
lived in a democracy.
we're a cheertatorship.
I thought I lived in a cheertatorship.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. But yeah, I mean, I always hated that guy until that story, and then I'm like, okay, I love him now. I remember actually
Uh,
there was a post from oh yeah, I remember her last name. It was a girl from our high school, not a person of note at all. Doesn't matter. But
yeah.
she made a post on Facebook. She's probably dead now because I never see her on there. But anyway, she
Probably,
made a
probably. Good for her.
yeah, good. Honestly, good
She's in
for
a better.
her.
She's
She
in a better
made.
place now.
We call that
At
making
least
it
not on
out.
Facebook.
Yeah. When if you're dead from our high school, we call that making it out.
Making it, she made it. I finally made it out.
Yeah, she finally made it out of there. God bless her heart. Anyway, she had a post on Facebook that was like, "Oh my God, Pitbull's so inspirational. He literally took a negative and made it into a positive." And that's like one of the lines to one of the shitty songs that he has. But she never said what the negative.
Like what he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I assume it's like, oh, he's bald or something, and that was it.
I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
it's
he
the-
probably has like some tragic backstory or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Everyone does, right? Like,
If you're a good
you
human,
want
you
to fucking
do.
dig into it. Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That
Well,
would be a
yeah.
good segue into my other thing. But I need to talk about DaVinci Resolve right now.
Okay.
So
We have to address the elephant
we
in
have
the
to
room.
address the elephant in the room. If you're a long time listener, first time hearer
Here,
on
yeah.
my channel and listening to the Friend Simulator podcast, you'll probably know I don't make a lot of edited content, and the reason is because getting actual software to edit videos is frustrating because all of the software is subscription models now that's like worth a damn, like Adobe Premiere, Sony Vegas, and all this shit, unless you want to pay like a single license fee of like $500. Yeah, I know you can torrent it, but you send me the
We're
fucking link.
legit boys. Yeah.
Yeah, send me the fucking link to the
Link.
torrent, and I will fucking use it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. I don't want anyone telling me that whatever, because I fucking looked and I couldn't fucking find them, so they can blow me. Anyway, I'm using DaVinci Resolve. And DaVinci Resolve, I actually learned this recently. They have a paid version of their program. That is fucking astonishing to me because this
Maybe it's better.
you know what? If it is, I don't believe it. It would for the single reason that this program is made ass backwards, and the reason it's made ass backwards is because every time you create a new project, you have to reset the default settings for timeline playback. So here's one of the reasons why playing it like editing in DaVinci Resolve sucks. It defaults to max resolution timeline playback. So when you're looking at it, you can see it in its glorious highest resolution. You probably don't really care about that when you're editing. So you reduce the resolution, so you reduce the CPU load on the fucking program. It will default to highest resolution. Here's the next thing that sucks. So you can go in and change where DaVinci Resolve will save render clips and will save optimized media. And you would think, hey, I just told you to save this shit in my D drive, not the C drive, because that's where I have my fucking OS installed and it's not as big as the other ones, okay? You have to do this every fucking time you start a new project. It will not save your default settings.
Oh, I think I
Why?
have seen that.
Why?
Yeah, I
Why
think I
does
did
it do
notice
that?
DaVinci.
So this is how this came up for me. I was editing a 9-minute video that isn't even that big. And I kept getting this warning pop-up telling me that DaVinci Resolve cannot use the render cache because I need more than 1,000 megabytes. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because in my mind, I've told it to put the fucking render media on another drive. Then I go and I check, I open up the fucking, my little folder thing. I go to this PC and my C drive literally has 300 megabytes left. Because it literally dumped. I have 68 gigabytes free, mind you. So literally in a 9-minute video, because how it creates optimized media is it creates like all these like mini little files of the video content, and it creates tons of these, and it bloats up your hard drive. And ideally you delete these when you're done, but DaVinci Resolve never does anything like that. So I made 70 gigs of these fucking files basically, and DaVinci Resolve, yeah, you're like, and then a Windows popped up and it was like, oh, we're activating smart like memory storage mode right now.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what is going on? Luckily my computer didn't shut down.
Yeah, what is that?
What the fuck is happening? And then I look at it and then I was like, okay, I see that, and I see that DaVinci Resolve isn't doing what I told it to do, because you have to set it for every fucking project. So I need like a checklist of all the things that I'm supposed to change so that 1, it runs smoothly, and 2, it puts the files in the right fucking place so it doesn't blow my fucking C drive up. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? So
you looked up like if there's a way to
there
make
isn't.
it default
I know
or
it.
anything?
Yeah, because there isn't, because the problem is when you open DaVinci Resolve, there is no settings option. These settings and those things only become available once you started a project. There is no top level settings to change it for all projects.
Right.
You cannot change the default settings. It is fucking dog shit. So I just have to remember. I have like a Reddit page of like some things to change, and I kind of am remembering, but I don't know. I don't edit that many videos, but it's just like, what the fuck? So like, yeah, the idea that they have a pro version of this software, like, that is ridiculous to me. Like, cause
maybe that one has all the answers you want. Like that has
maybe it does
an over, arcing whatever. Like the settings or defaults
it
or
needs
whatever.
a slave master is what it is to whip its ass in gear.
That's not cool.
No, it's not. That was Barley.
Because we are against that kind of humor and slavery.
Yeah, we don't condone slavery, but Barley does.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. Barley said we hate that guy.
Get out of here, Barley. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
You sneaking in here?
Fuck.
Yeah, wrestle like out of here. Wrestle on out of here.
Oh,
he's lucky I didn't have to pull out the most illegal move in all of wrestling to get him out of here.
True.
That's next in line if he keeps adding up like that.
He's gonna be walking out
right
with
out of the locker room.
His pants are on his ankles.
Yep.
He's gonna be charmed by a big old snake.
Yeah,
big old snake charmer.
J.O. Crystal not even glowing.
No, he's gonna be. It's a J.O. denial. He's gonna be denied from J.O. and.
Yeah, do you want to go into the next? I assume the Gold Soul was
the Gold Soul, yeah. So let's go.
The tragic backstory what you were alluding to, yeah.
The tragic
I don't know.
Oh, when I wrote it, or maybe it was text-to-speech on my phone, it says Gold Sold, S-O-L-D.
Oh, that's good.
Instead of sold.
Sold.
That's pretty funny. So I had this idea.
That's good fun.
So I had this idea, and I sent a little Snapchat to Fontleroy, and I was like, hey, you need to think about what this means. Just make up your own meaning in your own head, and then we'll come together on it about gold sold theory and what are some gold sold behaviors, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you now. What did you think about that? What were your thoughts rolling around?
So my initial reaction is, I know of one gold soul individual, and that is Meryl Howard Kalin. He's my chef and my savior. He's making chicken in the microwave.
Making chicken with the microwave, not cleaning the cutting board, and
cutting up lettuce on the same. On that same cutting board.
We're maximizing cross contamination.
Like that one character in Gilmore Girls said, he's the best.
He's the best. Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, you hired so and so. He's the best.
You hired Meryl Howard Kalin. Yes,
he's the best. Who did you hire to tailor me? I think that's what he says. Or trail me.
Betrayal,
we never even see the character that's spying on him. He's just referenced. He's probably the most infamous character in all of Gilmore Girls. I don't even remember his name. I just remember he's the best.
He is the best. He was the best.
So you're a bit on the right track.
So, well, yeah, and then that got me thinking of like, you know, there's this kind of like, I don't call it like culture, but this general like attitude that that I would see people have when it comes to people with like Down syndrome and stuff like that, where it's like they're like the best people and they like, you know, treat them like a step nicer than your average person, like just by default.
Yeah.
And I always found that to be, I don't know, pandering is not the right word, but like,
Infantilizing.
yeah. It's like, as opposed to like, it's just another person, you know? And
totally.
And that's just, and I'm not like an asshole about it, but it's like, it's just, they're another person. Like this goes to another one of my kind of takes of like, because for me, ambivalence is decency. Like, if you're just treating somebody just matter-of-factly, a lot of times that's what people just want. Like, I think of in like a customer service setting. Like, I don't want someone like being super nice to me and trying to make small talk and all this crap. Like, again, this is probably
that's
the kind of person that I am. Yes, it's exhausting. It's like just ring up my food, and I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. Just ring up my food and or my you know, my electronics or whatever the hell I'm buying, and let's just get on with my day. Like, I don't need to force this interaction. And maybe I'm cute, maybe they're trying to hit on me or something. Then if that's the case, like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm
sorry, I'm gay.
I'm autistic. Yeah, I'm gay and autistic, so I can't read these signs that you're setting down.
And in fact, I'm also blind.
And I'm also stupid.
Yeah.
So
like we started at the top of the hour. Well, then you would hate. Did I tell you about the cashier? I used to have to take the bus because we didn't have a car, and we take the bus to this pick and save. And there was this cashier that I would see with frequent consistency, and she was like shilling me. Well, I think the first time she saw me, I was getting cough medicine, and she asked me if I was buying it because of Stranger Things.
Oh my god! I remember you telling me about this like forever ago.
And she's an older woman, so like there's nothing even fun about the interaction.
There's not that dynamic.
But like I'm just entertaining her. Because like I would rather do that
for fun or whatever.
Yeah, like she's not a homeless person on the street or like a beggar from like downtown, so like I can at least muster this much energy for them.
Or a fake Buddhist.
Like a fake. Oh my god, yeah. So like I entertain her and I'm like, oh no, I'm just actually sick. And she's like talking about Stranger Things, and she's like, oh, it's so amazing, you have to watch. This is probably like 6 years ago at least. This has to be at least 6, maybe 7 years ago. And so yeah. And she's like, oh, you gotta watch Stranger Things and whatever. And then like I came back another time, and she also like they always doing the upsell thing, you know, where they're like, oh, get our special card or pick and save card. I have it actually.
Pick and Save is very aggressive about that.
Yeah, so like one day I come in and she like scans something and hands me the card because like I've turned her down so many times with this card, and then she just gives it to me. She's like, okay, here, you come here enough. Blah, blah. My god! And I'm just like, oh, okay, thanks, ma'am. Okay. Like whatever. Yeah. That was really pushy. But now I have that card, I guess. So I do use it. Yeah, I don't know what apparently it does something. I see the number go down when I buy the groceries, so it must do something. I have no idea how, but it does something. But so we would say she, in your framework, she's a brown-souled individual.
Okay.
You know. So now we're gonna get on to what I actually meant. So I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna give you an example, and then we can kind of go over it. Okay. So I'm in the Quick Trip, and I'm coming up to the cash register, and I got 5 things, and I'm taking the scanner, you know, where they gotta scan it, and I'm aiming it at the cashier. I'm like holding it up for him.
What the fuck?
It's
Oh, I
okay.
thought you were like holding like a gun, like
No,
stick up like a
like
kid,
the scanning barcode on the item. I'm not trying to rob them.
Oh, got it. I thought you meant like the scanning tool. So I'm so
Oh,
confused.
I'm
I'm like,
holding the
what the
gun.
hell
Yeah,
is
I
going
just
on
grab the
here?
gun out of the holster and I aim it at their head.
I'm
And
like, wow, I know we just saw Jokester too, but like I didn't know it rubbed off on you that
yeah,
much. I
like
didn't think it was that influential.
everywhere I go, everyone's
Just,
getting what they fucking deserve.
you're just going full Jokester mode. Okay.
No,
Okay,
no,
so you're
no.
holding the
So
barcode
like I will
so I can
I'll
see
hold
it.
up like, okay, here's the Mountain Dew or whatever. Well, I only get the diet
Yeah.
stuff now, but I hold
Yeah.
up the diet and I aim it at them so that they can scan easier, and I'll put
Yep.
everything in a way so that they can
Totally.
see it, and I aim it
Totally.
towards them, and I do
Oh,
that for all my
that's
items.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, I
my
do that
gold
too.
souled behavior.
Got it.
Is that
Yep.
something that is just so immaculately compassionate and kind and brave, you know?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's what we call gold souled behavior. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Got it.
this other person,
That's just
somebody,
how I live.
I know, right? Some people, they don't live like this. So those are
That's
brown
true.
souled individuals. Okay. So this is like a
Yeah.
caste system.
Okay.
So in life, there's like brown souled problems, you know, and then a gold souled individual person can take care of it, you know, like, so
Oh,
here's another
interesting.
one.
Okay.
Okay. So here's another one that happened to me this week. So,
Ugh.
I'm in the stairwell. I got to go into the basement because I need to get, my agency has vehicles that we can sign out to drive around, and I need to go get the vehicle. This one's in the basement. I'm going down the stairs and I hear like a beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh, a car must be going off. I get in the basement. It definitely ain't no car because where it's coming off, there's no cars parked over there. And I walk to the end of the basement in the parking garage down there. And there's like an electrical emergency board for like alarm system. I don't know. It's like looks like a fire alarm system, and it's blaring, and it says, problem or something. Smoke, elevator, first floor, photo.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound good, right?
Ruh-roh.
So I could have just been like, well, that ain't my fucking problem. I'm gonna leave. Nope. I went upstairs. I told our admin assistant lady, I was like, the machine downstairs is blaring in the basement saying that there's a smoke in the elevator. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll let the landlord know. But then...
Smoke in the elevator.
Yeah, right?
You're all being pretty nonchalant about this. I feel like...
She didn't even... Yeah, she was like,
Yeah,
oh,
big deal.
well, we'll just keep... I don't know. She said something to the effect of like, we'll just pretend that it's not a problem or something. But she said she was going to tell the landlord or whatever, text the landlord. I'm like, okay, whatever. I've done all I can do, you know?
Yeah.
I need to go see my client now. But I told that story later about how that alarm was going off because I asked the coworker, I was like, oh, did you hear that alarm? And she's like, oh, yeah, I saw it, but I just ignored it and drove away.
Yeah.
That's brown soul behavior.
That is brown soul behavior.
You know, there was a problem. Yeah. There was a call to action. She denied it. She ignored it. She walked away.
And just went on with her life, and everyone died.
And everyone died. But luckily, I was there. It was still going off when I came
them.
back like later. Yeah, I saved them though, apparently. So, that's my gold sold theory. You know, there was a brown sold problem today. You know, actually, I think I would say the alarm, not today, I guess, but the alarm, that was like a gold sold level problem. So only a gold sold individual could solve it. The problem is, the problem is that I gave that gold sold solution to a brown sold person. And so it wasn't resolved quickly. So the elevator's probably going to blow up by the time I get back.
Oh my God, the place is probably burning as we speak.
You know, if we're lucky, it is.
So, but like, what would be the gold sold solution then? Like, you would have to talk to a
well, no, I passed it on.
Or would you go in the elevator?
I would go in the elevator and fix it. No, that's way too crazy. Okay, look, we're not expecting the world.
Wrench and put on your little mechanic hat.
It's like Chernobyl. I gotta put on the hazmat suit and crawl in, and I'm gonna die in 5 minutes.
They need to, like, dude. Did you see that? I'm on
episode 3.
It's very good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
It's like the first episode is like the best comedy / horror movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're just like, it's just random ding-dongs going in like, owie, and that, and it's like, fucking, they're grabbing nuclear reactor fragments.
And you have Dyatlov or whoever is like, I did everything right.
That guy rules. He's the best. He's the greatest. That is where it's like a comedy.
Yeah,
like,
it's a farce.
Intentionally. Yeah.
What is it? There's like a Russian historian or something that's like, history repeats itself first as a tragedy, then as a farce or comedy or something. That's where the show's getting at that point, where it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like, multiple people are telling you, and then this guy's like so delusional, and he's like, well, I did everything right. He walks away. Yeah, but I got to.
Well, I guess you haven't finished the series.
Well, I know he's the guy who becomes the scapegoat or whatever, because
he's like the fall guy.
In the first episode, what's his name is recording his podcast on like 15 different cassettes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know, this Dyatlov guy is like the person who was to blame for, or blamed by the council, but like it's not really like what the issue was.
Entirely his fault,
you know, so then he takes his cassette podcast and puts it in a hole in the wall, and then like hangs himself or whatever. And I'm like, whoa. But then now in episode 3, we've seen Dyatlov again, and he just has complained about not having fucking caviar, and it's like, dude, your flesh is melting off. Like, what kind of cushy ass job? I know, yeah, when she talked to the chief engineer, the one lady who's doing the investigation, and he's like, yes, I'm senior chief engineer of everything. Oh, yeah, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. Like, what the fuck? Like, this guy at most could have like 3 years experience doing anything in a nuclear plant, and he's the chief engineer. Like, this is like failure by stupid. You just put dumb people in charge.
It's paid by numbers failure.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? God,
that was a good series. I really liked that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm you know, the thing that I like about it is, like, I compare everything now to the season 2 of Stranger Things and how Stranger Things is edited. So there's a scene in Chernobyl episode 3 where they go to some miners because they need people to like fucking dig under the cement floor, the heat floor, whatever. They need to dig under it, and then they put a heat exchanger to dissipate the heat from the fuel rods melting.
So it doesn't just make a nuclear waste going down to the
because it's gonna go into the water.
Going down, that's right.
It's gonna hit the water supply. So they need these miners to help. And in the show, this guy shows up with 2 army men, and he's like, okay, you guys need to get in the van. And then they're like, we don't go unless we know where we're going. You can shoot us. And then he's like, oh, you need to go dig a hole under Chernobyl to stop it from poisoning the water supply. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then they like all take turns like patting the guy's suit as they're walking by, and then he's like, now you look like the minister of
that's right,
or whatever.
Yeah.
So that is so refreshing, because if that scene were done in season 2 of Stranger Things style, it would have cut right before they make a decision, and we would have came back, and then it would be them just patting him, and we wouldn't have even seen like a decision be made or anything, because season 2 of Stranger Things constantly cuts every scene on a cliffhanger. But there's like 18 different plots going on, so you never remember what the cliffhanger was that you're even cut on to even like care about anymore.
It's like, is this like C plot or D plot?
Yeah, it's like every single plot needs to end on a cliffhanger in the last scene to bait you to care about the next scene, and it's the most manipulative dog shit filmmaking. I couldn't actually sit and watch and not have anything else going on for season 2 of Stranger Things. I had to watch it with like other shit going on, and even then I didn't really care too much about the plot, and that was like, I was watching it for other reasons. I wasn't watching it for my own interest. So that was dog shit. But Chernobyl, A+, pretty great. I love it.
Good so far.
Yeah, who knows? 2 more episodes. The plot could go really downhill.
And I mean, who knows what'll happen? I mean, there's no way of knowing.
There's no way of knowing.
There's no way. Well, and that was so like in the end montage or whatever, they show like pictures and stuff from the real life events, and like how much of it is ostensibly like, you know, true to life. I thought that was very interesting.
Oh yeah, like, I looked up a picture of the building and I was like, wow, it looks exactly like it does in the show.
Yeah. Are the guys down there mining already?
Yeah, they're all naked and everything.
Okay.
Their cocks are out everywhere.
That was real. there were pictures of it.
Awesome.
Of that. Like,
I mean,
they're just going to. I mean, I guess like that would make sense if they're.
Well, didn't
like,
they say it was like 100 Celsius? I mean, they don't say
yeah,
Celsius
it was
in the
like
show.
a bajillion degrees.
They said it was. Oh, it's 100. They said it was 100 degrees.
Bars or whatever. Like the.
But
whatever Russian.
I assume Kelvins. Is that what they use in there? Crowbars. They have like a fucking. That would be amazing. Oh yeah, that would make sense because they're like, you know, the workers of the world unite. How do you measure
like
heat and how many crowbars?
Crowbars. Yeah.
That would make sense. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many crowbars do you swing in there? Lashnikov? Oh, I'm swinging about 45 crowbars right now. I gotta take my shirt off.
Oh, I see. Like, yeah, for how many crowbars is like got it is how much like heat they're producing. So then that's the measurement of the heat outside. Okay, yeah, I'm here for that.
It's kind of like what calories are is like when you burn them for energy, like a caloric unit. It's like a crowbar unit. How many crowbar units you burned in a day?
Crowbars you producing? How many crowbars you producing?
You know, speaking of non-white people, I had a thought that I wrote down here. It says, this is a Barley thought, by the way. I want to say, okay, everyone.
You heard Barley say this, so you wrote it down.
I heard Barley say this.
You're like, I gotta share this. I need a witness.
This is we disavow and condemn this type of thinking, but Barley said it, so I want to share it with y'all just to show you that there are people in the world that think like this. Okay, so here's what it is. There is no greater feeling than when, as a white person, a minority calls you sir.
There's no greater feeling?
Yeah, than if you're a white person, and there's a minority person calls you sir.
And that's a great feeling for someone?
That's a great feeling for Barley, apparently.
Barley thought that?
Yeah, Barley's fucked up.
Barley's got some splaining to do.
Barley, we hate that guy.
He's got some stuff going on. Well, that reminds because of like whenever Trunk tells a story about like someone coming up to him, it always is the same way where they always call him sir and they always have tears in their eyes when they're meeting him. Like when he tells stories about like people meeting him, he'll often say that like, and they said, "Sir, oh, it's so good to see you." Blah blah blah. A big strong guy comes up to me, tears in his eyes, and he said, "Sir,
wow,
thank you for what you did at the wall." So Barley and Trunk, you know,
maybe they're the
got
same
quite
person.
a bit in common.
Have you seen honestly, Barley and Trunk in the same room?
I have not seen them in the same room. I'm starting to think that that there might be a little bit of a situation going on between those two.
Oh yeah.
I'm even reluctant to say like two at this point, you know?
Yeah. Between those one.
Between that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a thought that a person can have.
Yeah. And we had to bring that out, you know, because this is a thoughtful podcast where we explore the mind of some fucked up people out there.
Of some of the best of us and some of the worst of us.
Some of our associates, but we don't associate with them.
But they're associated with us, unfortunately.
Yeah, so unfortunately.
One way or another.
Yeah, sadly.
So that reminded me of a bit I had. Okay, so I just had like again, as most of my thoughts are, it's kind of like a shotgun goes off. It's like, you know, there's like a lot of different pellets to it.
A lot of particles.
A lot of particles, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
It's kind of like it's like the radioactive neutrino tides, whatever they were talking about. They're bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
So where are we bouncing today?
Okay, so we're gonna bounce. Well, we're gonna start with I had a funny thought where it's like, okay, so going off. Well, we were talking about this off of the pod where I have someone that I work with that you know, I'm in a predominantly like it's a very like white cornbread like cow city, and like there's like a black person that's working by us, and like
that's always an event.
And she's awesome. I mean, yeah, I guess it is like a never-ending event. Like I think she's like gotten the culture now, but like when she first started, she was. I mean, the thing is, she was just being herself. She's just being authentic, you know. But then part of being herself is she calls everyone neighbor, You know, that neighbor. Those like
yeah, neighbor.
Neighbor, you know, like, oh yeah, what's up, my neighbor, my neighbor. But then so I had this bit in my head of like, if I, because I'm in a lot of circles that I run in, I'm like honorary black. Okay. Okay, stay with me here. So because I'm honorary black, I basically have a pass, you know? But the thing is, a pass doesn't go intergroup.
Yeah,
you know?
it's non-transferable.
It's not transferable. You can't use a Six Flags Fast Pass to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna accept it.
They don't know what you're talking about.
They're gonna be like, no, I don't care if the Six Flags gave you a flash pass. You're not, you don't have a, I don't know what the hell do they have. I guess,
the fast pass.
Like
you get in the front of the line.
Pass. Yeah, you're not gonna have a fast pass at Disney World. You know, it doesn't work that way. But then I had like kind of a small epiphany, or like I guess almost a question too, of like, because like I said, like I always say, I appreciate and value authenticity. But then for like a stand-up bit, you know, you could present it in that way, but it would just hit better if I said, you know, I'm in a group of friends, and I have this one friend, like proposing it as like I have a friend, I have a friend who had that interaction.
Oh,
like,
my friend.
Posing and making it like that actually happened, you know? Because I think it's a good bit. I genuinely think it's a good bit. Like I was with a group of friends, and one of my friends, he thinks he's like honorary black, and he's like, oh no, it's okay, I can say it, I got a pass. And then I'm no brother, the passes are non-transferable. I mean, I gave you the whole bit, right? But I just always thought like,
so this is the situation.
It finally clicked to me of like, oh yeah, like I guess that's how like stand-up, you know, bits are made, right? Like these things didn't actually happen to like all these people, obviously. Like, you know that watching a stand-up.
It's kind of like finding out Santa Claus isn't real, except for like an adulthood thing where it's like, oh, like these people don't actually live these interesting lives.
Well, I knew they didn't, but for me, it's like, it's realizing like kind of how that is, how the sausage is made.
How to bend the truth a little bit to be more interesting.
Yeah. Like I obviously know they didn't live these lives. I mean, I just assume it's all, most of it's like made up wholesale.
Well, you could have fooled me. You told me you were stupid.
Well,
now you're telling me you're not stupid. Which one is it?
Oh, well, I'm a very special kind of stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, but well, I mean, I'll make it eventually, but I want to make something to go in the slideshow. That's just a tombstone. Yeah, that's just a tombstone that just says, "Here lies Fontleroy." Quote, "I'm stupid."
I'm stupid. Oh yeah, because that's what you needed on your tombstone was, "I'm stupid," or stupid. It could just be stupid Leroy. They just wrote the name really dumb.
Fontle stupid. Fontle stupid.
Fontle stupid. Yeah.
Which
with a D. You know, with a D. Fontle stupid.
Fontle stupid. Yeah.
With an really
EL. With an EL too, not LE. Oh, actually, I had one more. Plus, this is, I'm gonna pass it to you with this question.
Okay.
When you played the Oki video, or I guess the Meryl with Kalen, because we ended up not getting Oki.
We got like just his face.
Yeah. By the way, I can't stand that guy. Like once a day, I think about how much I hate Oki.
Holy shit.
I can't stand that fake energy.
Oh, me too. That's why.
Fake enthusiasm and positivity. That's why the birthday bash video is so perfect.
The ice. I've been holding that in my back pocket for like at least ever since I saw that video. But I became aware. So it's like been 2 years. I've held it specifically to show you because I knew you would hate him because I hate him for the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
There's nothing I hate more than inauthenticity. There's nothing I hate more than fake positivity or like even toxic positivity. But that's more of like a fucking, I think like maybe like
kind of a workplace dynamic.
TikTok. No, not really. It's more of like a I don't know, more like
a genre. I guess.
Like just people, when you see these like weird videos that are like, I only know about this from like coworkers at the mental health inpatient unit I worked on in the past, where like they would talk about getting these like TikTok videos where like it'll start talking and be like, this video was sent directly to you, and it's like tries to like fucking really manipulate. Yeah, and then and it says like a bunch of, it's like basically like horoscopes but for like bullshit psychology stuff.
Right. It's so general and vague. It's like, oh, this applies to me.
Yeah, it feels like ass cancer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a nihilist. I mean, we probably sound like fucking cynical assholes, but like,
no, but it's the opposite.
It's the opposite of that. Yeah, like it's like we are actually, not cynicalists. We are sincerists.
Yeah, actually.
You know, we just want people to be honest and to be truthful. Genuine. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can still like be funny and like entertaining and that, and even have like shit like that, but there's got to be a wink. If there's no wink, you know,
like
then
you can't like, present this as you authentically being you.
Yeah. Yes.
Like I'm kind of like some of these phony people at times. Like I can get myself there, but it's like it's clearly a facade.
Yeah.
You know, like these people want you to believe that they are these people. They're creating an image.
Yeah, because they're selling something.
Yeah.
If not even just that image.
Yeah, they're selling this
to get more clicks,
which is
people
disgusting.
sharing and. Oh, but I was wondering, because you're recording in like what, 2 FPS or whatever?
Yeah, it's like 10. The lowest I can get is 10 FPS.
So was Meryl Howard Kalin just being like is in the video? I should go watch it. Was he just? I was thinking that when I was at work today. I was like,
well, the quality of that video was also just god awful.
Yeah, it's real bad. Yeah, it's from like decades ago.
Yeah, it's
at least one decade.
It is fucking insane.
This is how you do the cooking with Meryl.
One of them.
That
oh no,
my
shit.
Hero, man.
Yeah, one of the videos is actually up right now.
Meryl's my hero.
I mean, honestly, the FPS of the video is like really good for a video from the 90s, I assume.
No, but I mean,
and the audio is amazing.
But the FPS from the pod, because the
FPS from the pod is bad. Well, like, I guess what I'm saying is like the video itself from YouTube, that's great. I mean, the quality, it looks like it's CRT. There's like weird, like it's like they put like a magnet across the screen. Yeah, I can pull it over right now and kind of show the fans at home what I'm talking about.
Cooking with Meryl.
Here, I'll send it to you really quick. Copy the URL.
Okay, he's got more content.
But yeah, like the video is like fucking.
Oh my god!
Fucked
yeah,
up.
Then it has like,
they put like a magnet
flares constantly.
Yeah, like if you ever like
rainbows.
If you ever put a magnet on a CRT television, this is what happens. It like fucking the colors go all rainbowy. But like
I freaked out when I did that one time. I was like, oh my god, I ruined everything.
Me and my brother ruined a TV like that. But I think
if you leave it on too long, you can.
Yeah, I think we were going to replace that TV anyway. Maybe I don't know.
At least that's what you were told, or convinced yourself.
That's what I believed.
That's the story that is going to exist in your mind.
Meryl at least uses the right side of the knife, which is good. You know, he's not like kingcobrajfs where he's using the wrong side of the fucking knife.
Was he like holding? Does Cobes hold the blade or something?
There's a video I have. I'll pull it up in my playlist really quick. I have a video of Josh. It's about for like a minute where he's literally using the wrong side of a knife trying to cut something. And it's just,
I don't get how
can someone be that, like it's like, how do you not try something else?
Oh my god, that just brings me back to the can opener situation. I think that's one of the greatest. Watching that man try to use a can opener is just it's like minutes long, isn't it? Where
dude, there's like an hour-plus video where he's like on many
I have seen that
many occasions.
Yes, okay, I have seen that one.
Yeah, many occasions he's talking about how there should be a can opener laser so that it just shoots a laser and open it. Okay, so here we go. Let me grab the URL here. You can have access to my. I gotta like get the playlist thing down.
So what part of the mechanism do you think is difficult for him? Like it has to be like locking it in place, obviously. But
I think so. I think it's like well, he doesn't know how to like attach it. Like he just doesn't know how to put it on. Like. It's really bizarre. So here we go. So here he's trying to use it.
Oh my god! Oh, because he's using it upside down.
Yeah, he's trying to cut some steak, and he's like, okay, this isn't me. This is the video's actually slowed down at the beginning. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he's got the steak. It looks like it's covered in just fucking.
It looks like chili.
Peppers or chilies.
Chili
So
sauce.
he has it the right way at the start.
And he flips
room
it
tender, not room temperature, but room tender. Okay, now he switched the knife to be fucking upside down.
Oh my god.
And he's just trying to. Somehow this is working.
I guess like the tip is strong enough, maybe, or he's.
It sounds like he's just already through the meat when he puts the knife in, though. So like, maybe the meat actually is tender somehow, but it's just like. So it's working. Oh my god, he like.
Yeah, because he's cutting it open with superhuman strength.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know, like
he's using that. He's using that special regard strength.
Yeah, yeah. I was reluctant to use the term.
His chin strap hair is so long right here. It's. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it is.
The chewing is atrocious.
It's like a billy goat. You mean the slurping? He's always the man can slurp anything.
Yeah, he's got them prehensile lips. Oh my god, the fucking knife. Using the knife upside down. What a smart individual.
And he's got to like clench like a. I don't know. I guess I've never held anything with like just my full grip.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what the fuck's going on with his
Oh
head
my
there.
god! At the end of it is a really good shot of his. Okay, now people call him. What is it? Potato head? What?
Peanut head.
Peanut head. Peanut
his head is like pinched in.
But to me, okay, so you would have to play this. Watermelon. Rubber band. Like when people tie rubber bands around.
I know what you're talking. Oh my god.
It looks just like that.
Okay,
yeah,
let me get. I don't know how many of these. Like, I'll pull this back over, and I'll bring up the end of his thing, where his head is like. Okay, so we can see his head is like pinched in. Like his bottom of his head is so fucking big.
And it literally looks like this watermelon.
Oh my god, you're right.
It looks just like it.
Oh my god, that watermelon is getting fucking destroyed by that rubber band.
I think it is King Cobra. Look, they even got him drawn in.
Yeah, they got an eyeball on it and everything.
Yeah.
When's it gonna blow? I'm gonna speed it up here. Oh, it's getting pressed. Yeah, it is. It's literally okay. I'm gonna pause the watermelon video. I'm like 55% of the way through. I'm gonna go back and look at Josh. Josh's head looks exactly the same.
Every time I see it, that's all I can think of.
When's it blow up? Oh, it's cracking. Oh, it just cracked. Oh, there it goes. Holy shit.
It blows up right at the tail end, obviously.
Of course, you know, you gotta get the metrics.
Oh, dude, speaking of metrics, so I don't have Ticker Talker, but I'll like idly scroll through Facebook Reels, which is just downhill TikToks.
Yeah.
Basically. A lot of them, or there's like a genre that's you won't believe the end and like shit like that. Dude, you know, it's like
fucking
the one at the end laugh emoji, and it's like that's just an instant I'm out of here. Like I'm not even playing your game, even if it is good content. Like that's so deceptive.
Chad sends me those constantly on Facebook. He'll be like, "Oh, the final one," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course the final one, because that's what they want you to watch. That's what they want you to watch to the end. I don't want to watch to the end."
Yeah.
Like I hate Facebook like share things because YouTube finally got there where you can fucking control where you go in the YouTube short and you control the fucking volume. And you can't do that on Facebook desktop yet. So I hate them. I despise them.
So you block the people.
That's why
I don't have you on Facebook anymore, because I sent you a Facebook reel and
you sent me a Facebook reel and I fucking blocked you, but I did it in a way that's shadow blocked.
Shit.
So you don't know that I'm not seeing these things anymore, and you try to send me more, I'm gonna tell you not to send them.
You're gonna call me a neighbor.
I'm gonna call you the neighbor word to your face.
I guess you could like mute notifications or whatever from like specific people. Like,
yeah, probably.
That could be like a shadow. That could be a shadow ban.
That would be closest thing. Did you did you watch my which is just my Snapchat story, but I
Oh, it was that
uploaded it.
Snapchat story. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
did you
figured it
watch
was
to the
that.
end though? There was a little funny.
I did not get to the end.
Oh,
Because
but
when it was on Snapchat, I got like actually, further than I think most people probably have, like about more than halfway for sure.
there's a. Oh, you didn't
Just-
even hear the scary part that happened like serendipitously to me.
No.
Oh my god, you should watch it. Okay, anyway, if you're
Okay.
watching the podcast, I have a video called A Truly Unhinged Exploration of a Church Basement, which is basically just me kind of like making a ARG spur of the moment kind of talking in the church basement of where my agency has an office. And something actually really scary kind of happens at one point, like because it was raining and there's just like it actually was so perfect. I could not like have created it better. So like if you want to see an authentic moment of like, wow, this is just incredible, that's like near the end of that. And then I threw in a funny little jump scare in the last like second of the video, so I thought that was funny. But,
Is it like the thunderstorm that killed Crystal Roberts or whatever?
yeah. The thunderstorm that rolled through and killed Crystal Roberts, it's back. But instead it was
With vengeance.
blowing up the basement of this church, and fucking like loud bang 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 noises were going off. So I think for the impromptu nature of it, I did a pretty good job, because in the beginning I'm like, oh, there's a phone over here. Maybe you can call the pastor if you're like getting followed by like a killer. And then later on, I'm like, oh, okay, here I need to use the phone now, because like I was like, I don't know, it's pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. And then I added in like the little like static between the different stories. So it's like a cut kind of thing. It was this video I'm talking about right now. That was the video that blew up my C drive. That I had no memory left.
Because it had like each one of those videos was like 20 gigs or whatever.
Yeah, like somehow the render cache was like infinite, even though I only have like 5 videos, and it's like maybe less than like, let me go look at what this video size is actually right now. Okay. A video that after it was rendered was 387 megabytes. All of these separate like optimized media fucking render cache storage took up 70 gigs.
Oh my gosh.
This is why DaVinci Resolve is fucking R-slurred. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck is a 387 megabyte video ballooning to 70 gigs? What?
DaVinci would have done better.
Yeah.
DaVinci deserves better.
He deserves better. He should fucking wake from the dead and fucking sue them or something.
Sue them, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, that's an interesting question. Do you think there are any, like, DaVincis around, like
a modern day, like,
children?
Oh, you mean like just like actual...
I mean, literal progeny.
Line. I have no idea.
It's a random thought I just got. Like, are there anyone like really proud that like like I'm whatever 50 generation DaVinci or whatever?
Here we go.
I don't know how.
Here's a Quora question about him. Did he have any children? Dude, this looks like the Joker.
Is it Jokester?
He looks like Jokester. Neither had any children. Leonardo secretly hid his private life so well to this day. His sexuality is the subject of debate. Okay. You know when you just care about like Duplo blocks and Legos so much that you just you don't even develop a sexuality. That was Leonardo.
Mm-hmm.
He is like, you know what? You don't get any more. This is it.
Get any more from me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too autistic.
I'm too autistic.
Too autistic for love.
Too autistic to have sex.
That reminds me. I actually had a it's kind of like a no way out situation for you.
Oh, for me. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so a big shot like movie exec, showbiz exec comes up to you and they're like,
"Oh, okay.
Yo, Marley, I got a business proposition for you."
Yeah, I'm on this. What is it?
It's the roll of the century. Easy money. You pretty much just have to be yourself.
Oh, perfect.
You are going to be the face of autism.
What?
We are rebranding autism.
Huh?
And you are going to be the face of it. And all you have to do is be yourself.
What are you saying here?
Do you take the money? Okay, this is spawned from because hate because I think a lot of people when they think of autism is like life on the spectrum, love on the spectrum, like that, those kinds of shows.
No, I don't really know what they're like.
Saying?
Is it like where there are people who are more
they're just
like in the social bullshit?
To the nth, yeah, it's like to the nth degree of like, you know, they're beyond recognition as a human. For the most part.
Wow. I mean,
you know what I'm
watch
just YouTube it one time. Just watch, because I haven't like watched it. I'm not a I consider it like the 21st century freak show. Like P.T. Barnum would be like stoked that a show like Love on the Spectrum exists, because it's like it's just a like a freak show for people who are just socially inept. But it just, they feel like actors, but I think they're real. I mean,
do they seem like they like kind of play up like the ridiculous part of it?
Yeah. I mean, you would just have to see it to believe it. But I have a feeling, you know, that's maybe TikTok's doing a for better or for worse job of like normalizing that kind of shit. Although my super hot take is that I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, but it's like the pathologizing of just people existing. People just kind of want to either fall into the camp of they want to be special, or they self-diagnose themselves of like, oh my god, I sorted these things, like I must have OCD.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in that same vein,
kind of like taking
with autism,
taking like a small aspect of like themselves and then ballooning that into a personality.
Yeah, like, and then a personality disorder.
Yeah, kind of like that one lady, and she can't eat the fucking multicolored fucking, or she has to eat multicolored food.
Yeah,
but she's also unable to like cut an appropriate amount so that she doesn't end up throwing it all away.
Yeah, she can't like mix it all together or something. Like what? I don't
know.
I want to see a day in her life.
Barley, you know, I think Barley would take that deal.
It's a pretty good deal,
but
right?
he would be really mad about it the entire time, and he would be mad about it. He would get really mad, and he would fall into like alcoholism and like addiction to substances because he's got all the money. But now people are like, you know, everywhere he goes, he's seeing billboards.
Autism guy.
Yeah, he's like, that's him. Like he goes into like, he starts dressing up, like he's putting like a mask on, and he's like wearing a hoodie, and people still are like, that's him. That's the autism guy. That's the face of autism. I can see under that. You don't need to hide yourself. We are accepting of autism people like you.
Yeah, we love.
And he's like, I don't even have autism.
But he does. He's the new face of it.
He's the new face of it. Little did he know.
They're rebranding autism.
And they're changing it to whatever Barley's got.
Okay, that's good. But I actually, it was more of a segue. I just wanted to talk about that too, because I thought of that where it's, you should check out that Love on the Spectrum.
I'm gonna look at it because
they're like speed dating. And again, I haven't actually
this looks phony as shit. What the fuck? Why are all these people?
Because they're...
Oh,
yeah,
God.
they just look so goofy.
This looks like that King of the Nerds fucking show. You remember that competition show?
Yeah, it's kind of... It's definitely kind of shot like that. Well, it's fake reality TV. You know, so...
God, I think I would hate every second of this.
Yeah, I mean, I only watch clips. I can't... stomach to watch more than that.
God, that looks miserable.
Yeah, it's a really bad
we
show.
got a No Way Out that we could do. Okay, so we didn't even talk about what No Way. So No Way Out is I think that was actually the first like podcast thing that we ever did, right?
It had to have been.
I think it was. This is like probably
way back in the day.
This is ancient lore. I could look up where it is on my YouTube channel, but I don't want anyone to see it because it is content that only Barley and Fontleroy would make. Okay, Barley and Fontleroy were not members of this type of content
of the pod. Yeah,
we don't know.
I could only imagine what that shit was like.
It was, I mean, it's like literally going to Subway Grandpa said some racist stuff, and you gotta get out with your sub. That was like every single one.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. I remember
like,
one. What did I? Oh, I said
we had a fourth episode.
Plants were bigger. They were bigger.
Oh yeah, that one was good. There was another one where you're like, I'll just buy everyone's groceries today. I'm looking at episode 4 right now. I hope it doesn't fucking start auto-playing. And the first one is like it's like a picture of like a bunch of a fat-assed Arab woman up and away brap. I don't even know what the fucking, this shit's amazing. Subway trip with Grandpa. I have it in PowerPoint. Oh my god. Okay, we'll get on to the one that we're doing today, but the last one in episode 4 was, you receive a text from your girlfriend. It says, my brother caught a whiff of my pussy and now he's locked himself in his room all day masturbating. Help.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I do vaguely remember that one. I have no clue. I mean, these are definitely, there's no way out in these situations.
There's no way out. Holy shit. I hope I didn't have that up. Let me go double check. Okay, good. It's not actually up. So, in the no way out scenario, basically, we're presented with, a situation that you couldn't imagine getting yourself out of, and somehow we have to try.
You gotta get yourself out, yep.
So, in today, our situation, Fontleroy is at a church picnic.
No.
And I actually got in. I have to, 1 second, I have to get some information from a fan of the show, a friend of the show. They sent me something. I don't know if it's on my phone. Maybe it's on Facebook. Let me go there real quick to make sure I get this information correct, because I would hate to be giving the wrong information. Like, oh, here it is. Yep. Okay, so you are at a church picnic. And you are the pastor comes over and they're like, hey, Fontleroy, you gotta go over to the parsonage and go get fucking Mrs. Sweeney. Tell her to bring the soup over. The kids are starving. Go get her over here, okay? So you walk over to the parsonage. This is the special building where it's kind of like a commune kind of setup. You got the church building, you got like the building where like the pastor and all the women that he doesn't fuck live. And so this is what you're walking over to right now. Okay, so you enter, you're like, knock knock knock, knock knock knock, okay. And Mrs. Sweeney, she's like, oh, who's there? Come on in. You come on in.
Yeah, well, obviously, I tepidly opened the door, okay, because I'm told to, what am I there for?
You gotta get the soup over. She's making the soup.
So she's got the soup. I'm coming to get the soup.
You're coming to get the soup. Yep.
All right, Miss Sweeney, I'm coming in to get the soup.
Oh, okay, great. I'm just finishing up here. One moment. But you're kind of confused though. You're a little confused because you think you hear her upstairs, and you look over to your left. And you see the kitchen is over there.
Mm-hmm.
How can she be making the soup upstairs if the kitchen is right there?
Well, I mean, it's gotta boil. I'm sure, like it's gotta cook.
Yeah, true. That's true. Your mind's in the right place. So, you venture upstairs, and you see one door is kind of cracked open a little bit, and you feel some heat coming out of it. But the tiling looks like a bathroom floor. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Sweeney, she can tell that you're there, and she's like, oh, hey, Fontleroy, come on in. I'm just here finishing the soup up.
Hey, she wants me to go into the
bathroom. Yep, yeah, that's where she is. Yep.
Okay, well, I'll be like, well, you okay? Need help?
Yeah, come on in. Here, grab a ladle and help me scoop it on out. So
you're making, what are you making soup in the bathtub? What's going on in here, Miss Sweeney?
That's exactly what's going on. Miss Sweeney is making the
she's
soup.
The broth.
So how the soup works, those bathtubs where they have like the little like legs? So they're a little elevated off the ground. So the soup is in a bathtub like that. And then below the bathtub, those like sterno wicks that they use to heat buffet?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Those little sterno wicks that burn to heat up the, buffet stands.
Yeah.
That's what is, like 20 of those are under the bathtub.
Holy hell.
To heat up the soup. and she's like has like a big wooden oar. No, she has a rubber oar from like a boat that she's using to stir the soup in the bathtub. Perfect. And he's like, "Okay, Fontleroy, here, I got the soup just about done. Here, grab that ladle over there." The ladle's actually, you know those like doggy scoopers? Oh. You know, like it's like the two metal pieces that or whatever. The two things come together, but it's like, but they come together closed. That's what she wants you to get the soup out with.
Well, I guess I could just scoop it up like without closing them.
So well, no, you don't. You see this, you know, you can't serve this soup.
What are you talking about here? Oh, what the hell? This is a good setup. This is pretty good industrial cooking. So, in my mind.
Well, but you don't want to do that. You see this, you're like, I can't let this soup be served. But you gotta explore a little bit. Okay, so, we got the chicken noodle soup here. It's pretty good. It's been boiled 212. It's no contamination.
Yeah, everything seems up to par here. Everything's up to snuff.
Oh, okay. I'm glad. Yeah. See, we both take food safety really seriously. So I unfortunately I wasn't able to clean the bathtub before making the soup this year.
Oh boy, Miss Sweeney.
Oh yeah, I know, but I cleaned out most of the hairs, I think.
That's not acceptable, Miss Sweeney.
What do you mean? But we
gotta make this we gotta dump the whole thing.
What? This is taking a whole week. This is taking me a whole week to make this.
Oh no! No, that's very unfortunate, but it's gonna take like one day to probably kill half the people here.
Kill them? What?
I mean,
what would happen? Why would they die?
Yeah, that's a bit drastic. I don't think people are gonna die from this.
We could just have the pastor come bless the water. That would make it safe, right?
I don't think that's how that works at all, Miss Sweetie. I'm a man of God, and I don't think God can even fix this.
God can't fix it. I've been serving the soup like this every year since I started working here.
Miss Sweeney, pardon my French, but I call bullshit.
This is how every year. I mean, everyone gets sick after a bit, but then they come back twice as strong. I think only 5 children have died.
Because their
immune systems bounce back.
Kind of.
I think this is how vaccines work.
Bit. Yeah. This is a herd immunity, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're really onto something, Miss Sweetie.
We have to protect the flock. You know, the herd. The flock of the church. The herd of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you gonna get? Oh yeah, that's the pooper scooper. Actually, I wasn't able to clean that either, but I used some Lysol wipes, and I think it's mostly good. So
mostly is like the key word here. I can still see some.
I got an empty paint bucket that you can put the soup in to bring down to the pasture.
A paint bucket?
Yeah, we had to repaint the bathroom. Don't you smell it? Oh, maybe you're smelling the soup and you don't smell the paint, but it's actually some of the paint's really wet and it's kind of been dripping into the bathtub.
Miss Sweeney, this is a disaster. we just gotta get the hell what
should we do? This is
I gave you your option. What we should do? We're pitching this. This is garbage.
I know.
This is literally hot trash.
This is the special soup. We don't have enough ingredients to make the morning. What are we gonna do?
People are gonna starve. I think they're gonna die.
Starve? They'll die. If they're gonna die from not eating, at least they can eat some delicious soup, right?
No, Miss. We like you said, we take food safety very seriously here. We cannot be serving this to people.
Why not?
I think we're kind of pun not intended, Miss Sweeney. We're circling the drain here a little bit.
No. Don't pull. I haven't clogged up with the old bath clog.
Oh, that's the sound I heard. Yeah, it's kind of seeping through a little bit, which is good. It's kind of working. It's actually kind of working like a little serviette, really.
So the bathtub isn't actually connected to the plumbing at all. It's just like in the middle of the bathroom, and then Are you gonna like pull the drain out? Or are you gonna pull the plug? Yeah, it starts spewing everywhere, all over the candle wicks, and then you start smelling the rancid, burnt Mrs. Sweeney pubic hairs and like paint-strewn soup, with like the mixture of all like the burnt candle wicks that are like some of them are going out, some of them are like burning, and it just smells rancid and awful.
And Sweeney, how are you bathing in this to begin with?
What? That's what I've been using as the base all these years. I've been using my sweat.
Oh, so this is exclusively used for your bullshit. For this bullshit right here, this soup.
Yeah, the soup, it's mostly homemade, made within the home by me, my body.
It's sweet. I don't think I can wrap my head around this. I mean, how are you
gonna leave the church?
You see now?
We need you.
Yeah,
we need a big strong man like you to carry the soup over down to the table.
I mean, you need me for a lot of reasons. Y'all motherfuckers need God, sweeties.
Okay, quick, here. Let's go downstairs and see what we can whip up real quick. I'm gonna start microwaving some water.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Great. Let me help you.
Okay, good. What kind of soup do you think you'll make downstairs with?
Ooh, I know. We're gonna make Mama's favorite. It's called It's called hot water.
Okay, I got.
It's deceptively easy to make.
Okay, I got the bowls of hot water. What do we get? What's the?
Perfect.
What are we gonna put for this? Are you just? What are you doing? What are you doing with the bowls of hot water?
Yep. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Got a lot of hungry people.
Okay, we'll go bring them down to the pasture, I guess. I hope this is good enough.
We're basically making them tea at this point.
Okay. Ooh, how exotic. Tea. We can tell them that we're bringing them tea.
From overseas.
This can be that miso soup I've heard about. That's basically doesn't have any ingredients.
Yeah, miso soup is water. It's called water soup for a reason. It's just water and soup.
Oh my gosh, that's it. We can tell the pastor that we made a foreign delicacy, miso soup. And if they question it, we'll just tell them that they're racist.
We'll do. Yes, we will, Miss Sweetie. Now you're catching on.
Oh, I love working with you, Fontleroy. You're the best.
Yep, I wish I could say the same.
If I wasn't a lady of God, I would be a lady of knob. Sucking the knob right now.
That's, I appreciate the sentiment, Miss Sweetie, at the very least.
Okay, great. And then you walk off into the sunset and you give them the miso soup and everyone hates it. But at least, but you in your heart know. Water. Yeah, you give them the hot water soup. But you in your heart know that you saved the town by not feeding them bathtub, Mrs. Sweeney, fucking pussy gruel and
Sweeney broth.
Loose hair fibers, disgusting everything, whatever.
Sweeney broth, my favorite.
It would have been delicious.
It could have been delicious.
It could have been delicious.
Only I let them cook.
Yeah, you needed to let her cook a little bit. You should have tried. I like you just scoop it up with a dog turd scooper into a paint bucket.
Just
that would be.
I mean, it's all very sound logic Miss Sweeney had.
She's working with what she has.
Yeah, she's a very resourceful woman. I just couldn't quite, get behind the poisoning people.
Sometimes people just need a really blunt approach. You just had to tell Miss Sweeney what was up.
No, I tried multiple times, but
she didn't want to let go. She'd been making it like that for years.
Yeah, well, and the older someone gets, the more resistant they are to change. I do understand that. So
she really don't want to change.
I'm a man of patience, so I just really had to get it through her thick skull one way or another. Miss Sweetie.
And it sounds like by the end of the night, something else is going to be going through her skull.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Me, baby.
Yeah.
Me.
Well, I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about
that I wanted to cover? Well, I've been meaning to. I really liked Wicked.
Wicked? Okay.
I thought it was really, really good, actually. People are really hesitant about it because they hear that it's fucking part 1 and it's almost 3 hours in itself.
Yeah, that is.
I was very skeptical, but upon watching it, I was like, no, it felt like every scene made sense for the duration that it was. It didn't feel bloated and it didn't feel rushed. And if they tried to fit if they had tried to fit the whole rest, because how the movie goes is it pretty much goes until intermission.
Yeah,
So,
which that makes sense. I mean,
which is
what
very
you're
smart,
saying
actually.
makes sense. That's probably like the one
Yeah.
time that like a movie actually warrants a part 2, because because it's a musical, and like you either condense, which is then you're ruining it, because then you have to select to keep out certain songs, but every song ideally progresses the plot.
So not even ideally, like, well, yeah, in a well-written musical.
Yeah, I'm not saying just for this, but I'm saying in general, like, if you condense it, you ruin it. So like, I do have to say, like, this is the only time a part 1 makes sense. Like 100%. Twilight part 1, fucking Spider-Man part 1, like all that shit. Like, like what the fuck are you doing? Just tell a fucking story. Like,
it's just milking. It's just milking a lot of times.
Like, why is it a part 1? Like, it's because you want to set up a later conflict in this one, but then not actually resolve it. But like, that's the main, like, if you're gonna set up an A and B plot, but you're gonna only resolve the B plot. What the fuck are you doing? You have like 3 hours and you couldn't do that. Like, you need to go back to the fucking drawing board.
Yeah.
But in this instance, I guess it does make sense, because like, well, if we want to tell the story in the right way, in the whole totality of it, we need that time.
Yeah.
So we need a part 1 and a part 2.
It didn't, like I said, it didn't feel like there were any, like, I mean, if I rewatched, maybe I could be like, oh, you could skip here or there, but like, in initial watch, it just didn't feel like there was wasted time or any unnecessary stuff, and it took its audience seriously. Oh, there's actually, you might even, I mean, are you even gonna like even consider watching it? Maybe not.
You mean like a spoiler concern, or the spoilers?
Not right. I mean, yeah, spoiler for a like almost decade-old musical now.
It's gotta be like 20 years, right?
No, but there's an interesting, like, there's concepts of like erasure in it, which I found just like,
what is this? Explain, please.
Animal. It's like literal like animal erasure, basically, like cultural erasure. Do you know what erasure? I mean, you know what erasure is.
Maybe I do. What is? Can you spell it for me so I can write it out quick?
E-R-A-S-U-R-E.
Oh,
E-R-A-S-U-R-E.
What is this like? What are you saying then?
Define. Basically,
like they were removing aspects of the story.
They're removing it. No, like it's a whole subplot in both the musical and the movie, because the movie does a very good job of adapting the musical, where there's this whole like subplot, and it becomes like kind of a driving force for what drives Elphaba to become the titular Wicked. So like, I guess like when Oz showed up, the Wizard of Oz shows up, he basically starts to like take away the rights of the animals. So there was time in the before time, before him showing up, animals and maybe humans, or maybe just animals, who the fuck knows, like lived in like perfect harmony, like everything was fine.
Yeah.
And then the wizard shows up and then starts doing, I mean, basically, it's like
basically enacts white nationalism against the animals.
It's basically human nationalism, where I mean, there's a whole song, something bad happening in Oz, that's just exposition about it, basically. Well, it's exposition about kind of like the brewing of the plot, like talking about animals that are losing. I mean, it's very on the nose, where they're saying, these animals are losing their abilities of speech because all the animals can talk. And at the school, the animals like have jobs and stuff, but
is this
it's
kind
like
of
the last animal teacher.
Is this kind of like in well, I don't know if I forget the name of the Dorothy movie. Is this
Wizard
why?
of Oz?
Yeah, is that what it's called? Is this why? So the Wicked Lady, is she also the same lady, or does she get killed? I don't know, but she has like a bunch of flying monkeys, right? Is that why she's got flying monkey, because she cares about the animals?
That's in the musical and the movie. Yeah, she makes them.
Oh.
But it's like I'm telling you, dude.
Man, this is the deepest lore.
I'm telling you, fucking, like, I recommend this movie. It's actually it's really good. Ariana Grande killed it. Cause and again, this is only part 1. This is only up to the
It
intermission.
only gets better, is what you're saying.
It only gets yeah, I think a lot of yeah, no, some of the songs in the later half are good too, but it is pretty front loaded in my opinion in terms of like songs. Like it's got a lot of the bangers, but there's some pretty good ones later on. No Good Deed is a really standout in the latter half, but yeah, so all the animals can talk, and then her professor's a goat, and he's the last like teacher, last animal teacher basically at the school.
Well, he's the goat.
And he is the goat.
Hell yeah.
And then
yeah, actually that's interesting because in Percy Jackson the his like care guardian and the other guy, I think that's supposed to be looking out, some other guy too, are both like satyr kind of people.
There's a satyr, I'd imagine. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's like a goat guy. What's up with goats? Are always they're always hanging out, being nice. I haven't seen a goat be nice in real life. Goats get it too good in media.
Yeah. It's time we take them down a peg.
I mean, they need to be brought down. So I actually so you're telling me this goat guy, he's a teacher. Does he get fucked up in the movie? I want to watch it. I'm gonna get some like catharsis from this.
I think so. There's like a show. Alphabet gets like a premonition of him being in like a cage and stuff. So I assume that's gonna really piss her off later.
Hell yeah.
But I assume something, because he, in the middle of the song, something bad is happening in Oz, where like the chorus is like something bad happening in Oz.
Is that the name of that play?
Something funny happened on the way to the forum.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Another very good, very good musical, very funny. It's a little convoluted, but it's pretty good. Zero Mostel, who played the fiddler on the roof. He was the original fiddler. Anyways, we're in Fontleroy's musical minute right now, so I can go. What? Oh, but the latter half of the chorus, he's like something bad. He says it like a goat.
Oh.
I think that's very funny. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got something stuck in my throat." Because they're all losing their ability to talk, and they're all turning into like
cool.
animals.
That's actually really cool. Yeah, so is this like, what is this like? Is this? I'm sorry. I was about to ask a really dumb question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I'm not embarrassed. Yeah. But I was gonna say, what is this based on? But I guess what I mean is like, was the play?
There's a book.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Like I think it's called Wicked or something. But the book and I'm only hearing about this from other people because like I said, I'm stupid. I don't read books, right? So
yeah,
like
Fontleroy can't read. Everybody.
I'm unliterate.
Yeah.
So but I guess the book is a little different from the musical. I'm curious what the sheer differences are, but the musical's inspired by the book. I think the book has a lot more SA in it.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, because someone was telling me about that, because they got the book for their like young child or whatever, and then they're like, no, like, so the person I talked to read an article about it, about someone got it, and apparently the reason they got it was because there's like a reprint of the book that has like the Wicked, and it has the Wicked like poster or whatever.
Oh,
so like,
yeah, the book comes out, or like they remarket the book with like the
movie comes out, so now they have.
It's like with Dune, and they put fucking Timothée Chalamet on it or something.
Yeah, or Harry Potter.
Yeah,
like Harry Potter, where they just stick fucking.
When like I hate that because
like, I absolutely hate that.
Yeah, because you take what was in the book and you replace all the imagined
visual
iconography. Yeah, exactly. We take all the imagined iconography from the book and now we replace it with something that you cannot then unsee.
Yes.
You ruin the imagination of what was there. Yeah. I hate that shit.
Yeah, and it's just very lazy, and I don't know if manipulative is the right word, but it just doesn't feel right to me. It's just lazy, I guess. It's just I can't stand that. So they did that. I guess they did a re-release of the book with the Wicked the current characters, and that it just apparently had like all this essay, and then this woman's like writing this like pissed off article about it or whatever.
Letter to
It's
the
like,
editor. I can't believe this book's got these. I thought I bought this for my daughter, and every character, every other page, somebody's getting essayed by Grandpa. I know that happened to my daughter, and I'm not doing anything to stop it, but I don't need her reading about that too.
She's getting it happening at home. Like, she doesn't need to deal with it in a book too,
Yeah,
in the fantasy world of her mind.
Yeah, right. That's terrible. So we were talking about these songs, and that actually inspired me to go find my favorite musical song. I think I shared this with you, but maybe you never watched it, so I can pull it up here.
Okay.
In 1 second, let me share. Oh god, everything's so fucked up. Okay.
We are deep in Fontleroy's musical minute.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get this all right. Which one is okay? Get that good. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. And now I'm actually bringing it over now. So
is this gonna be in
hopefully
10 frames per second?
It's gonna be, but it's okay because the quality is so bad. It's actually really quiet too. Let me 1 second.
Oh, this is Starkid.
Yeah, Starkid's phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah, they're good.
So hopefully this sounds good because this video is just naturally quiet as fuck.
Back in time.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're starting the song. Okay, whoops, I gotta go back. Okay, so you don't need any context. We just need to watch it and then just masturbate over it. I love this so much.
Years, I was a local douchebag walking up some stairs. This year, I found out I'm a wizard. I'm famous. I can fly and turn invisible, and I just traveled the back in time. F you, Draco. How's that for a happy
Fuck you, Draco. Oh, I have to pause it. I have to pause it. So it's even funnier because in this story, Draco's just like a friendly person. Like,
yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah. So Draco,
that's really funny.
Draco just wants to be friends with them, and they just all treat Draco like Draco is from like the movie / books.
Like he's the movie one, yeah.
So it's like here's for a happy thought. Fuck you, Draco, and they're just like, wait, what do I do?
Old Starkid's always been really good. Twisted, I think, was their they hit their peak with that one.
I wish they had better quality of these older things because this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Draco. Oh man.
There's absolutely
no way. That there is no way. I love this.
I'm in control, commander and master. Lady Fate contemplating disaster, but she ain't the boss of me. And on collision with a catastrophic setback makes you either want to get lost or get back. I choose the latter. Let's not forget that we hold the cards this time. So there's no need to bitch or whine. There's no way I'm gonna take another option. No way I'm gonna settle with the loss. No way I'm gonna sit around and watch this. No way. There's no way you're gonna find me in the background. No damn way you're gonna see me satisfied. No way they're ever gonna make me back down. No way.
I love this like part right up here. I think it's the when they do the meat eyes.
Let's wake up and go, guys. Take out the bad guys. Break out your mad eyes. Yeah! Take it all together. We're stronger and we're better. If there's a problem, whatever, there's no way we're gonna leave it up to chance. There's no damn way we're gonna go without a fight.
I look at the lights just start going crazy right here.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, Starkid's really good. Like,
God. Oh, the part right here too. Like the dance, what they're doing is so good.
There's no way we're gonna settle with sorrow.
Drake's going so hard.
Right now, you think this ain't
she's a star.
She's in like the
all of them.
standout in
She's
all
the
of them.
best.
Yeah. She's phenomenal.
And so is the Indian dude or whatever. He's good too. He's funny.
There's no way. There's no way.
I like how they didn't really figure out a way to deal with any of their problems. They're just it's just like a confidence booster song.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh well, we could just go back in time. So who does it matter? And then they're like, oh yeah, we could just solve anything.
There's no way. There's no way we're gonna get blacked.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
That would be. Yeah, I guess we never talked about my reparations via blacked.
Oh yeah.
On the pod. I think that's my greatest idea ever.
The
I mean, it's
everyone gets a subscription to black.gov.
Okay, so how this works is so stupid. Yeah, so first off, the U.S. government buys Blacked, the pornographic website, and everyone. So now it becomes blacked.gov, and now everybody's it's just like the government mandate when it comes to insurance. So the precedent is set already. Now everyone is compelled, forced to, if you will, get a Blacked subscription. Now they can choose like, I don't know how, like there's got to be like variations or whatever, like like a standard extreme
raw
membership
Blacked or these are different ones. I think maybe, I don't know, you were a friend of the pod was telling me that there was like another one where they were really playing up like the gangsterness of it, or they were all like, oh my god, disgusting or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, maybe there's like different subgenres, and you can choose which like
your plan, kind of like your health insurance plan,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You can choose your Blacked plan.
You choose your Blacked plan, and then that goes to well, what are basically going to be reparations, where
that is the reparations, right?
That's right. That is
the reparations. Yes. Is that whether you like it or not, you have this subscription.
You're like
in the back of your pocket, burning a hole in your wallet in your pocket,
and you're subsidizing these people having the time of their life.
Yeah. This isn't. We're not like
old time.
This isn't blaxploitation in the modern century. This isn't, exploitation. It's not even sexploitation. This is reparations.
This is reparation.
Reparations.
It's not exploitation. It's reparation.
Reparations.
But I don't know. Actually, that's the whole.
That is, the government can't. We can't get like government IDs to everybody. We can't get, everyone on the same page for basically anything. But what we can do is we can roll out everyone to get their black.gov subscription.
I think it's a pretty non-controversial take. I don't see any downside to it, really.
Yeah, nobody would riot in the streets.
Nobody would disagree. No, they would say, actually, they'd be like, no, I think everyone should be forced to get more subscriptions.
Yeah, I think actually
you're not going far enough.
What we would find that there are many conservative fathers who are offering up their white daughters to be on black.gov, because
they get a kickback.
Yeah, one, they need that kickback. Two, because the economy's bad and Trump ain't gonna fix shit, so they're gonna need somewhere to make some money. They're gonna need to sell off their daughters. But two, let's be honest, the people that are the most into this shit are the people that are the most racist anyway. So
100%.
They're the ones who are clicking to see it. It's these racist dads who are like, my daughter ain't ever dating no neighbor, but then they're going home to exact same measurements as my daughter black.gov profile, and he's like looking up that kind of girl and watching her get fucking railed. That's the average conservative dad, okay?
And really, they're getting a win in their books, because all these conservative states and like conservative people want they want to roll back child labor laws.
Oh, so now that they can work in these videos, they can get them there sooner. Oh, 18 legal. Now we're lowering that to 16. Okay.
Yeah,
I need to get.
They gotta get working. I need to get paying the bills.
I need to get my daughter Jennifer into this video now. Okay. We can't wait.
There's no more.
She's
got waiting.
She needs to get.
I'm not getting.
It's going to be like a passage, like a rite of passage.
A rite of passage. Yeah.
A rite of passage. Yeah. There we go. That's what it's going to be in the future.
In the near future.
Yeah, and we're going to also breed like a superhuman race of black people, I guess. Actually, wait a minute. So is there a problem? I think I just ran into a problem with it. I know there's really not any problems at all.
Whoa, what?
So, I mean, I know that sounds, I'm not racist. Okay, well, hear me out.
Oh, hey.
There might be one problem, is that,
okay,
what if all this, blacked, what if there's no black people left to do the blacktoning, in like 100 years?
You're saying they're going to get like like kind of breed it out.
Yeah,
like kind of like
they're gonna be
like
basically
the shit that white people are scared about now.
Yeah,
you're saying it's
yeah.
gonna happen to black people.
They're not gonna be even black anymore. They're not gonna be enough black people to do black.gov because they're gonna get bred out of existence.
And you know what? Then begins egalitarianism because then it's everyone's the same.
See,
then I actually solved racism through that.
You
really,
solved racism, but that also this could also be okay. So we have to disavow. This is a Fontleroy and Barley section. We're disavowing and condemning anything that's conspiratorial or racist. But there is somebody that actually believes this here.
All right.
Because this is kind of like that, like the white replacement, but it's like this is what a conservative person could believe as black replacement is that they're gonna get they're thinking they're giving black people a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then oops, no more black people in like 100 years. So like black people are thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get pound that ass, but then bam, they're gone.
I mean, it seems like everyone wins in that scenario, right?
Well, in the conservatives' mind, except for like, you know, the black person, because then they're not black anymore. They're like they're some other thing. They're
No, but I feel like they've been they're probably sick of winning because how many women do they need to have sex with? Yeah, it's they had 4 generations of black to need, and now you know basically looks white. Like it's because they always need to have the white person. I feel like you're really grasping at straws here to try to find a flaw in this plan, but it's just nothing.
No, it's not a flaw because this is so you're saying
you feel like everyone's winning.
You're saying they're all winning, but it's actually a conservative plot to reduce, the black ethno state by integrating them, by making them white.
Right.
And they're taunting them with what they want more than anything, which is Sandra. And Sarah.
No, it's no. Jessica. You have to use the and Rita. You have to use the LTG colloquialism for a white woman.
Oh, Becky.
Becky.
The Beckys and Stacy's. We're giving them Becky. We're giving them Stacy.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I feel like it's a win all the way through for everyone involved.
And nobody.
I don't think there's a single loser. Cards on the table. I'm the kind of person that will, unironically, genuinely doesn't care about race. So it's easy. It's easy for me to be like, yeah, who cares? Just get rid of that thing that some people
hold on to,
pin their entire existence on.
I'm with you on that. Like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But there are in some aspects of it, there are certain things that do need to be,
preserved.
Yeah, preserved.
Honored,
that's a good way to say it. Kind of like, I don't know. But, we're at like an hour and a half already, so we should wrap it up. So the wrap up is a challenge. We challenge anyone to what is the flaw in the black.gov plan?
Please let us know so we can fix it.
Yeah, because
this is my platform.
I'm gonna write a letter to Trump by hand
directly
advocating. Like, my penmanship is ass, so it's gonna take me a while to write this. You guys got time. But we need your feedback.
Type it out. Yep. I'm going to come to him with tears in my eyes and give him a big, strong handshake.
Give him a big handshake, a firm handshake.
Sir, I have just the plan for you.
He's like, oh, yes. I can't do a Trump impersonation.
No, I can't either.
Nobody. I think that's the sign of a brown-souled individual. If you can actually do a Trump impersonation,
you can do a Trump.
Yeah, then you're a brown-souled individidual. You shouldn't be able to go anywhere near.
Right, they indicted me. Yeah.
So that's the challenge for the friends of the podcast. Come up with a problem with the black.gov. Because so
Please
far,
let us know.
There are no problems, apparently.
No, it's all up. It's all coming out Millhouse here.
And that's my favorite way things come out. Well, what kind of day should they have?
Let me check the calendar here real quick.
Okay,
oh, shit.
Repeating, of course, right?
They gotta have... They're gonna have a Fontleroy day today.
Oh, my God.
I know.
That's wonderful.
Hard to believe.
I love it.
But I see it happening.
Well, I hope everyone at the Friend Simulator podcast, Fan Emporium, and Friend Emporium has a Fontleroy day.
God bless.